Hey there guys, Wayward Legacy back at you with another video. So this for the Unsolved Mysteries fans, obviously. This is another one of those cases that I've been wanting to do for a while, and I had a few, a couple different theories on it, but I just seen this update with it, and now it's kind of now my update's kind of changed on that. Not my update, but my theory has kind of changed on that now. So, I'm just going to get right into it. So this is the case of Diana Robertson and Mike Reamer. So basically, here's the details of the case. So, in December 1985, 36-year-old trapper Mike Reamer took his girlfriend Diana Robertson and their daughter Crystal into the woods near Tacoma, Washington to look for a Christmas tree. That afternoon, Crystal was found wandering around a department store without her parents. She was later identified after her photo was placed in the newspaper and her maternal grandmother recognized her. Mike and Diana had vanished without a trace, and all Crystal could tell the police was that Mommy is in the trees. 2 months later, Diana's body was found in the forest around Elab, Washington, I think is what the city or town is. She had been stabbed 17 times and had a tube sock tied around her neck. There was no sign of Mike. His truck, which was nearby, had bloodstains on the front seat and a note on the dashboard that read, "I love you, Diana." Although her mother believed that it was his handwriting, it could not be confirmed. Police believe him to be responsible for her murder, as well as the double murder that occurred in the same woods 4 months earlier. A man named Stephen Harkins was found shot to death in his sleeping bag. His companion, Ruth Cooper, was found strangled 2 months later. They were camping in the same area where Mike set his traps. Both Ruth and Diane had been killed with the tube sock tied around their neck in the same way. Police considered two theories. The first, that there was an unknown serial killer who had killed both couples and then hid Mike's body. The other theory was that Mike himself was the serial killer. He apparently had a history of domestic violence, and this, along with other evidence, was enough for police to issue a warrant for his arrest. Police had not been able to determine if he was alive or dead, or if he was the killer or a victim. The murder still remains unsolved. Right, so, suspects, obviously Mike was the prime suspect in Diana's, Stephen's, and Ruth's murders. He was 6 feet, 180 pounds. He had blue eyes, brown hair, a scar on his upper lip, and was a skilled outdoorsman who was thought to be living on the land. He was then eliminated when his skull was found in the same forest years later. It's believed now that an unidentified serial killer murdered the couple, as the other couples were murdered before the Robertsons. So yeah, obviously it's still unresolved. In 2011, as stated previously, Mike's skull was found. The cause of death is publicly unknown. Police have since ruled him out as a suspect in a double murder, and authorities now believe that an unknown serial killer may be responsible for the Harkins, Cooper, Robertson, Riemer murders. So this is one of those cases. Before I found out that Mike's skull was found, I actually thought that I was kind of going with that theory that he may have did it and was living off the land. Obviously because he was a skilled outdoorsman, he hunted and stuff like that, so he knew his way around the land. So I was kind of leaning towards that before I found out that his skull had been found. So I'm kind of going with the other theory that it was an unknown serial killer, and that did both these murders. Yeah, what I think probably happened is there was probably somebody in the woods, maybe when they were coming, or maybe when Mike and Diana and their daughter were looking for a Christmas tree. They may have came up upon something that they shouldn't have seen, or something like that, and the guy or whoever may have killed them. That's what I think happened. Maybe he was stalking. A lot of serial killers, they like to, if they have different places picked out where they like to kill or whatever, they usually stay in that one spot. And this Mike and Diana's bodies were found not too far Yeah, they weren't found too far away from the Stephen Harkins and Ruth Cooper bodies, you know, because they were in that same woods. So, you know, maybe they came up on something, or, you know, maybe the guy was lying in wait, just waiting for his next victim, because he knew that people, you know, hiked in the forest and whatnot, and, you know, then he found Mike and Diana and then killed them. And, you know, he probably didn't have the heart to kill a kid, thankfully, and, you know, he probably took her to the nearest shopping mall and just dropped her off there. And, you know, that's what I think happened. You know, it's unfortunate that Crystal had to grow up without her parents. You know, that's gotta be pretty rough. And, you know, it's one of those it's another one of those sad cases, you know, where nobody knows what happens and the killer hasn't been caught yet. And, you know, unfortunately, a child had to grow up without her parents, and, you know, that must have been hard. Obviously, you know, she was just a young girl, and, you know, she probably doesn't remember it, or even remember what her parents even look like, or anything like that. You know, I believe she was raised by her grandmother, so, you know, she probably doesn't know her parents, and, you know, that probably hurts her to this day, most likely, I would think so. So, you know, I'm hoping that someday, you know, this killer or killers can be found, or, you know, they're already locked up somewhere, and, you know, it can bring peace to Crystal and her family, and, you know, they can live a bit more easier. But yeah, that's just kind of my description and thoughts on this case. I'll probably have another case up for you. There was another couple things that I want to talk about as well. Nam's Noodle actually did a response video to the Frederick Young case, which I did a couple days ago, or a day ago or so. So I'll put his link I'll put a link to his video in the description, as well as his channel link as well, and you can go check his stuff out. You know, he's got some good stuff, and, you know, I definitely hope that he does Unsolved Mysteries more. You know, because I enjoy listening to you know, his theories and his description. You know, he's got a pretty good mind for stuff like this, and that's why I enjoy his work. Also, I also have my Twitter link in the description as my PS4 gamer tag, so if you want to follow me on Twitter or add me on PlayStation, you can do that as well. You know, I'll probably have a few more videos tonight. I'm not sure. Maybe another Unsolved Mysteries video, most likely. I got some sports stuff. Well, I'm a big hockey fan, obviously. You know, I got my Leafs shirt on, my Pittsburgh hat on. So, you know, I may try and look up for stuff like that, and you know, kind of report on that. But yeah, you know what? If you like this video, give a like, subscribe, comment in the comment section. You know, like I said before, follow me on Twitter. Add me on PS4 if you like to. I stream and stuff like that, so, you know, you can look out for that. If you subscribe to me, I'll subscribe back to you. And like I said before, check out Nam's channel. Like I said, his channel, his video, and his Twitter link will be in the description, so you can check all his stuff out. He's a good guy, and I asked him about doing more collaborations, and you know, I haven't heard anything from him yet, but I'm sure he'll get back to me about that. I'm just thinking, you know, we gotta figure out some more, like, longer cases to do and talk about. Because, like, the Frederick Young case, you know, it was a pretty brief case, a pretty straightforward case to talk about. And, you know, I think, you know, if we could, you know, find longer cases to do, then, you know, we could both have different theories on it, and we could talk about that with you guys or anything like that. So yeah, anyways, you know, that's pretty much all I gotta say about right now. Look out for any more videos from me and Nam, and if he does more collaborations with me, I'll definitely I'll put his video link in the description when he does other Unsolved Mysteries videos. You know, because he's a good guy. So, and, you know, I like talking to him. He's a good guy. So yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say right now. So yeah, you know what? I'll see you in the next one. Wayward.